Hello and welcome to today's pandemic update video for Friday, July 29th, 2022. Almost 98% of the country is now on high or substantial levels of transmission for coronavirus. Moderate to low makes just about 2% of the counties in this country. 81.9% of the cases is the BA.5 variant. BA.4 makes up 12.9%. BA.2.12.1 makes up 5% of the cases, and BA.2 is almost non-existent. That probably will be non-existent come next week. Taking a look at today's cases in this country, not too good. We added 150,035 cases on a Friday. That's up almost 1% week over week. Deaths. Another 651 deaths were added today. Deaths have been gradually creeping up each week. That's up another 1.8%. And testing today was slightly better. 764,000 tests. Hospitalizations dropped ever so slightly to 44,007, which is down by 224. ICUs are 5,151. That's down by 73. HHS, we could look at it, but as you see, it's going round and round. On mobile, it is working, and it's only slightly higher than the current number here on the B&O count. Taking a look at the national picture here, some states are rising, some states are dropping. It's pretty much a mixed bag of things. Like we've been saying, I think the northern states are going to probably have a second BA.5 wave later in late August when back to school happens. All right, some interesting things I want to show you with the data today. First of all, let's run through the cases. California, another 56,000 cases. That is down from last week, and it's actually down 14.7% now. Unfortunately, California, just because of the drop, we're not going to do a mask mandate now. Really? Los Angeles, which is what I'm referring to, not the state of California, but Los Angeles was scheduled to do a mask mandate. They're not going to do it now. I think they should still do it because that's still a heck of a lot of cases. Texas, 12,925 new cases. Florida, 10,974 new cases. But let's flip this for a second. Look at deaths today. California added another 168 deaths. Florida added another 188 deaths today. That's a huge drop of deaths. That's a huge number of deaths added today. Texas, 59 deaths. We'll keep coming down here. Oregon added 29 deaths. That could be a weekly number. But still, there's still a lot of deaths being reported out there. And the whole idea that the president and Dr. Jai and others have been saying is we can almost prevent every death. Well, no, we're not almost preventing every death. I mean, this is ridiculous. We're approaching the 3,000 mark for the week. Yet again, for another week, it's going over 3,000 deaths in 1 week. And it's just totally ridiculous. Getting back to the cases. New York State, 7,093 cases. Illinois, 5,900 cases. Pennsylvania, 3,000 cases. New Jersey, another 4,000 cases. Tennessee, 2,900 cases. Virginia, 3,800 cases. Indiana, 5,400 cases. Wisconsin, 2,100. Washington, 2,300. I mean, just a huge number of cases. Kentucky, 7,600 cases. And Kentucky, that is a multi-day total, but not a weekly total, so that's bad. Louisiana, 2,200 cases. Alabama, 2,600 cases. Puerto Rico, 3,900 cases. Maine had another 324 cases. Delaware, 300 cases. I mean, the list goes on here. Continuing on to Walgreens. If you're looking at the national map here, you're not seeing as much red. It's starting to level off. And it's dropped today to 37.0%. That's a good thing. Testing is pretty good. 212,000 tests conducted at Walgreens. That's a number I like to see. Which is slightly lower than last week, but mind you, they haven't updated for several days, so it might be a little bit out of alignment. Taking a look at some more data from Texas. 3,624 people in the hospital. And the positivity did rise. It's back to 30% again, 30.2%. Taking a look at New York State. 7,093 cases, 8.7% positivity. And taking a look at the hospitalizations, they're down ever so slightly, but look, at the past few weeks, they've been doing that. They'll have the big rise for a couple days when the lag data is reported, but then look what happens. And it happened again this week. It's down ever so slightly. So it's down to 2,757, which I believe is still higher than the spring wave. Yep, still higher than the spring wave. If the data was continuously reported over the weekend, it may update tomorrow. It may get back below the spring wave, but it's likely that it's going to go up again next week. Taking a look at the worldwide situation here. And generally around the world, it's a mixed bag of things. Most places have peaked with their BA.5 wave, but wait till you see Japan's number today. Japan's really bad. Alright, anywho, starting off with India, 17,179 cases added there today. Brazil added 42,816. France, another 45,000. France continues to drop. And going back to Brazil real quickly, they did add 228 deaths today. Italy added 54,000 cases. Cases are dropping. Deaths are rising. Remember, deaths lag cases. They had 244 deaths added today. That's pretty bad. South Korea, 85,000 new cases today. Just only 35 deaths. That's okay. Again, deaths lag cases. Spain, only 7,000 cases, so that's good. High deaths, 109 deaths added. Now we come down to Japan. 230,000 new cases. That's pretty bad. That's the highest number yet for this wave. So they're continuing to rise at this point. And already their deaths are rising without the stopping of cases rising. So their deaths could get pretty bad in the coming months, or weeks and months. And I think they will probably eventually see 300 to 400 deaths a day, just based on the fact cases are still rising, and already they have 116 deaths added today. Australia, 45,245 new cases, which is slightly down, but their death wave, it's starting. 157 deaths. And probably by the end of this wave that they're in, wouldn't shock me if Australia gets to 25,000 total deaths. Coming down here to Taiwan, 23,289 new cases added today. Alright, let's switch gears and go to monkeypox. Monkeypox is bad, as it has been. There are now 22,834 cases worldwide. Today, total worldwide, another 1,346 cases were added, so that's a really high total for a Friday. It'll likely be lower over the weekend, and we're probably going to see the first 2,000 monkeypox case day next week. The United States broke a barrier today. We're the first country to have over 5,000 monkeypox cases. There are now 5,189 monkeypox cases in this country. That's an addition of 282 new cases today. Spain is at 4,386 cases. They added another whopping 386 cases today. Germany added 55. UK added 102. France added 118. And Brazil added another 281 cases today, which takes them over 1,000. And they now sit at 1,259 cases. Canada also added 42 cases today. They're at 803 cases. They'll probably cross the 1,000 mark next week. And finally, Italy is starting to pick up the pace now. I had someone tell me on Twitter today, well, Europe is dropping. It's starting to finally lower, and that's a sign of what's going to happen in the U.S. Really? We just went through several European countries. Europe is not dropping at all. Italy has 479 cases. If their pace continues, they will fast track to 1,000. So my daily reminders for you today as we go into the weekend. People like to gather and meet their friends and whatnot over the weekend. Maybe go to a wedding or function. Now's not the time to do that. We're still in a massive COVID surge, and we're in a second pandemic, which is called monkeypox. We're in two pandemics at once. It's not safe to do these things right now. If you want to meet up with someone, I'm sorry, you're going to have to quarantine a couple days first, and then maybe take a test and, play it as safe as possible. I know people are sick and tired of this, but that's kind of the reason why monkeypox is exploding, because no one is taking monkeypox seriously. They're like, done and over with COVID, and well, half the prevention measures we took with COVID are effective against monkeypox. But the difference is, we have to go back to the measures of 2020. Wipe down your packages. If you're getting something, I'm getting a big delivery tomorrow. I'm getting a new table tomorrow. I'm going to somehow sanitize it without damaging it when after it's delivered. I'm going to make sure the delivery guys are wearing a mask. And if they don't have a mask on, I will provide them an N95 mask tomorrow. They're not coming inside without a mask. I'll just tell them to leave it outside and somehow drag the darn thing in myself. I mean, that's where we're at right now. Everything has to be done safely. So yeah, wear gloves when you go to the grocery store or you're getting gas, and wear a mask everywhere, even outdoors. Outdoor transmission is real. It is more serious than it was in 2020. Outdoors transmission right now is probably equivalent to or higher than what indoor transmission was like in 2020. All right, have a safe and great weekend, everyone. We may do another one of these tomorrow. We'll just have to see how much data comes in over the weekend. We're definitely going to do some videos over the weekend. Don't get me wrong. There'll be stuff, maybe some climate-related stuff over the weekend. Probably be some severe weather to talk about. So we'll do some shorts. And yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below and share these videos. We need to get the message out that the pandemic's not over and we're all in it together until the end. Stay safe.